Okie dokie, so let's load up the Digimon Survive, and I'm just gonna make, yep, cool, I've unmuted myself, so that's cool and fun. So, yeah, so I'm going to just scroll to where I need to be on my affinity guide, but since the last stream, I got up to the split, which is the end of, hello Azu, who is awake at, what, 4 AM or whatever time it is again. But yeah, so I got to the end of chapter 8 on my own, which is the split. So we now are up to chapter 9, which in all the other paths has been very similar, basically 1-to-1. The only difference being that the end of chapter 9 is different for depending on what path you're on. So depending on how long chapter 9 takes me in this, I'll either play just chapter 9 or I'll play chapter 9 and 10. So just depending on how quickly I get through chapter 9. If chapter 9 is entirely different, I might just do chapter 9. But if it's anything like the previous, the other playthroughs. Well, at least it's 9 hours away. That's like, that's kind of far away. So I'm fairly certain that the choice that I make here doesn't matter. It just determines, like, what evolution he takes in that cutscene. But yeah, I'm fairly certain that that's how it happens. Yeah. But since it is the truthful ending. Also, hello, yes. But yeah, so super excited to see how this ends up, if it's going to mirror the moral path in the same way that the wrathful and harmony paths kind of mirrored each other, or if it's something that's completely unique. So I guess we'll find out. I'm guessing this is the path where the holy beasts are relevant. I really wish that that didn't come up in the... Ooh, we get new text. Of course, it's the characters who are dead. Of course, that makes sense. But yeah, in terms of the other chapters that I didn't stream, yeah, they were basically the same, except for obviously moments where Shuji and Ryo would interject with their feelings about whatever's happening. But yeah, I'm kind of annoyed with Digimon Survive for having characters that weren't in the non-New Game Plus in the credits. I mean, I understand because you've got to give credit to people who worked on something, but I feel like you should at least censor out the names, because I feel like that's a big spoiler to say, hey, the holy beasts are in this. Not in the playthrough you got, but eventually. And yeah, it is good to see, like, Ryo has become more like, as a, you know, the character who just is, you know, will just spit the facts and will just say, okay, based on the facts, this is what we can think. Yeah, if they should have absolutely put the question mark, especially because I've played the other routes now. I know that that's only in the truthful route, which you can only have a New Game Plus. So the fact that they showed it in the credits of your first playthrough just feels so... Like, I don't know, it's not the hugest spoiler in the world, but it does sort of... I don't know, I think I would have liked to see the Holy Beasts without, like, without knowing that they're in the game. We know, we see in the cave drawings that they're in the game, but it could just be lore. They could just be appearing there for lore and they don't actually appear in the game. But now we know that the characters are in the game, we're kind of like, okay, I guess they're going to show up. But yeah, that's a very small negative. It's just more of an annoyance. I just love these characters so much. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Shuji. He's just fine. I'm glad that he's communicating his feelings and not lashing out like he was at the start of the game. But he's just kind of an okay character. Which I guess makes him realistic. Like, people don't have to be like, you know, these incredible people. I kind of remember, did Piedmon even come back in the moral path, or were we just kind of assuming that he died? Because he did come back, he was very relevant to the moral, for the harmony and wrathful paths, so it's kind of weird that he just never was relevant again in the moral path. It's kind of like how Gabumon just stopped existing. Oh, okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But, like, Gabumon just didn't exist in the wrathful and harmony paths at all, and I don't think he was even mentioned to have happened. So, it's kind of funny how they did that. Yeah. Though I don't even remember them saying that he died off screen. But it did feel weird that they don't even explain where Gabumon is in the other parts. So this is all new text, which is pretty cool. Yeah, you tell him, Rio. But I'm assuming that Chapter 10 will be quite different too, because everyone was telling me that there's no library in Chapter 10. Or at least not in the same way that it was in the other playthroughs. And Shuji, it just has become, I guess, like Joe, but I guess less anxious. Takuma seems a lot more, like, aware of things in this path. Like, he seems to be more like, hey, what aren't they telling me about Miyuki? Like, I don't remember him being that aware that these characters are hiding something from him. Well, yeah, there is that. So at least if we do go to the library, we don't see ghosts. Oh, I should probably be saying, okay, it says I can't get affinity here. I think Shuji's changed. Yeah, Shuji feels more like a leader now than when he was saying, hey, I'm the leader, hey, I'm the leader. I already have the perfects. I got them in the last stream. I went up to, like, I stopped the stream after I got all the perfects. Though in terms of megas, I think I am close to, let's see. Ryo is close to getting to a mega, and Shuji's not. Also, thank you for using perfect and mega rather than ultimate and ultimate. Yeah, Takuma is like, he actually has some brain cells in this, which is fine. Like, I don't mind him when he doesn't have brain cells or when he has brain cells or whatever, but it just seems like he's a lot more, like, aware of what's happening. I feel like you should probably tell, like, this Miyuki being possessed and murderous feels like important information for Takuma to know. Also, they said that it's been 10 days since Takuma went missing. Did they say that in the other playthroughs? I can't remember. Because I feel like that would have been the first thing I would have asked if that happened to me in real life. Like, how much time changed? Okay, I'm just not attentive then, I guess. Okay, it says I can only do 3 actions out of the 5 that it gives me. So let's see who I want to give affinity to. I'll give... Well, I want Ryo and Shuji to get to perfect. So I guess I'll do those 2. And then who's my lowest? Saki or Miyu. So yeah, I'll definitely have Shuji. Because I need to get him to Mega. I'm not sure about the second Mega that every character has. I'm not sure if, like, I need full affinity for that, or if that's just something that the game just gives me. I'm kind of sad that only some characters get it, though. Yeah, I like him. I like Shuji now, but he wouldn't rank as anywhere in my favorites. What am I saying? You look refreshed. But he definitely feels realistic, though. Like, he feels like a character who was kind of a jerk, but had an epiphany and is now, like, kind of better, but is kind of, like, aware that they've got things to work on. Like, honestly, these characters feel more realistic than other characters in Digimon. Oh yeah, I do, that's a good way of putting it. I do enjoy the other characters more, but yeah. Oh, and that's good news, that I don't have to do anything special. I love Kunemon so much. And Ryo's also realistic. Like, he's anxious about things and he's scared, and I really do like it when characters in Digimon do show fear and do show, like my issue with Adventure is that the kids never seem to really have trauma. And they only sort of touched on a few times, like, we had Mimi later on in the series going, hey, can we mourn the deaths that we've just witnessed? Because we saw Waymon get, like, he just kind of got split through and murdered, and a bunch of other Digimon have died. Can we just, like, chill and just, you know, respect the dead for 5 seconds? And Taichi's just like, why? Like, I always felt like Digimon didn't touch on these kids seeing traumatic events. And now it's finally giving us kids, like, well, I guess they're teenagers, so older kids having emotions to these traumatic events. And again, Digimon 02 touched on how TK should have some issues, and they touched on it in, like, 1 episode. Which was good. It's better than nothing, but it should have been like, these kids need therapy. The Digimon Adventure kids especially need therapy. And it's not really touched on too much. And I think that's why Tame has resonated with so many people, because it seemed to actually say, hey, these kids sure do need some therapy. Yeah, I loved that in 02. That's my favourite episode in 02, and I mention it as often as I can, that the best episode, I think it's, the episode in English is called Demon Corp, and it's when the, like, you know, Marine Devimon, Lady Devimon, all the Demon Corps show up, and they are, you know, existing, and being evil and stuff. And the Hikari and Taichi are like, hey, we need to like tell these kids that they need to start murdering Digimon because they haven't killed any Digimon in 40 episodes, and we killed so many Digimon straight away. They, like, in Adventure, they didn't even ever have to think about it. They were always killing Digimon from, like, episode 1. Like, Kuwagamon and Shellmon, I don't think they survived, y'all. They got murdered. So it was never, like, something that was discussed in Adventure. They were just assumed you have to kill the Digimon to survive. In 02, it was just like, okay, they have, like, something wrong with them and you need to, like, take the black ring from them, destroy that, and they're fine. And then it's like, okay, now we have to kill Digimon. But they're not real Digimon. They are just, like, artificial clones created from the Dark Towers. So that's not real Digimon either. We're just killing, like, copies. And then when actual bad Digimon show up, they kind of have to come to terms with the fact that they do actually have to kill Digimon. And it's done pretty well. Like, I have a lot of problems with the 02. I think I like it too much because of nostalgia. But I do have a lot of problems with it. And I just feel like that episode is definitely a highlight because they actually address the fact that, yo, you have to start killing the Digimon. And we never gave it a second thought when we were kids. And almost you can see, like, Taichi and Hikari having, like, a little bit of, like, yeah, we killed so many Digimon. Like, they seem like war veterans just about. So, like, yeah. 02 did that well. But I wish that more seasons of Digimon covered that. Something else that I loved was, yeah, it's just murder. Don't be a softie. Rub some dirt in it. But yeah, something I loved in Tamers was the... Oh yeah, the Mummymon and Arukenimon friendship is so good. It's very Jesse and James, but it's great. But anyway, something I loved about Tamers, where what option do I need to pick for Saki is up. But yeah, up for Saki. Yes. In Tamers, the moment where the adults realize that their children, or the children that they know of, are actually piloting the Digimon just about, and they get to see, like, the kids inside of them, like, that was really cool, and it was a really, like, heartwarming moment. Like, good on the show for doing that. Two moves only. Okay, they're just the same as the ones that weren't. Okay. I guess that's not too bad then. Oh yeah, I love how the Australian Jedi is Eucalyptus. And also the Digi-Destiny Dingo of Australia. That's my favourite. Also, I will always call him Genai, like Genai. I know it's Genai, but because I grew up with the English dub, and I still enjoy the English dub. I'm not one of those people who are just like, oh, I hate the English dub bad. Like, I have it. I have the Blu-rays of it in Japanese. But if I'm going to choose one to watch, if I just want to watch a random thing, I'm probably actually going to choose the English version. It's not that bad. I don't mind it, but also nostalgia. But yeah, the English dub has poisoned me with the pronunciation of Genai being Genai. I know it's Genai, but I will always say Genai. It's like Sealamon. I had to think about it. Will always be in my head as Koalamon, not just because that's how it's written, but because the English dub had Sealamon show up, and they called it Koalamon, and that's why I'm like this. Oh, right. Yeah, there's a lot of funny use of the English language in the Japanese version, though. Yeah, I think that but whatever dub that anyone has grown up with, I think that, you know, if they watch Digimon as kids and they're now adults, there's some comfort in watching the version that you saw as a kid. I'll also die on the hill of Digimon the movie being fantastic, though. The Hurricane Touchdown movie in Japanese is kind of a little bit slow and boring. I know that they removed the whole Spirited Away humans story from the English version, but it's fine. But yeah, so the broken English in Digimon is just it's really funny. My personal favorite, I think it's from Hurricane Touchdown, is they're hitchhiking or they're in a plane. I can't quite remember the exact context, but I know there's Davis, and well, Daisuke rather, and the driver or pilot or whatever turns to Daisuke and says, "Made in Japan is really great," and every time, it's so funny. Yeah, that's the saddest story I ever heard. Hey, it's not that bad. Get over it. Okay. Davis has the emotional maturity of this water bottle. Like, honestly. Yeah, it did. And I love that. I love that so much. But yeah, I love the Digimon movie so much. I really love it. The dub's not even, like, I don't understand when people say, like, the English dub's cringe. It's a product of its time. There's so many stupid lines. Like, I started Lost in Translation started its life as a podcast comparing the English dub with the Japanese and the English subtitles. And, like, I started as like it'll be funny to compare it. And I started it being like, oh, English dub bad. Everything that happens is bad. And I guess it kind of started that way because they made Mimi's character so much worse. Like, to the extent, like, she was always girly and, you know, just that girly character. And that's fine, but the English dub just made her so much worse. But actually, I've grown to like that they made her so much worse because her character growth just seems so incredible. Because she had such a, you know, a girly, annoying character. And the original, she was kind of like, she's a little bit girly, but that's fine. But since they turned it up to 11 in the English version, when she picks up poop and throws it because she's just sick of everything, it just is such a better moment. But yeah, I love the English dub. I understand when people have criticism on it, like, it does change some weird things. But all in all, it's fine. Again, it's a localization. Some things wouldn't have gone down quite as well in particularly the American market that it was aiming at. And that's fine. Like, it's not going to, like, Japanese children and American children have different, like, they enjoy slightly different things maybe, or they've got different backgrounds, so they have different puns or different things they enjoy or different senses of humor because of how they grew up. So, in some media, where, I guess in the English version, they put a lot of jokes over silence, because I don't mind the Japanese Digimon movies, but the prequel one in particular, just is a little bit slow, and there's a lot of no talking. And I don't mind that now, but I'm also 29. If I was a kid watching that, I would be so bored! But the English version is just like, alright, well, let's have the bus driver talk, the truck driver, whatever is talking, and be like, hey, did you see that? No, I was sleeping. But you're the one driving! Like, that's funny. There was no dialogue there in the Japanese version. Boring. And yeah, Shuji's Professor 2 now. Ah, Shuji, my boy. Did you tell him to shut up just then? Like, I need to go back and I'm taking a video there so I can make that a screenshot. Is Professor calling people my boy more? I don't remember him doing that in the other parts. I really hope that this isn't going to end with Hanglongmon eating Miyuki. But also, Digimon does like 4. Maybe that's because Shuji's here and he's like smart. And he's like helping them make assumptions about the shrines. Is the Latin American dub the one where Iori is a girl? I can't remember. I think there might be a few that make Cody / Iori a female to balance out the cast. Which I love that, by the way. I think Renamon was a male in the German one as well. But then again, the worst dub change that I've heard about is from, I think it's the Arabic dub? And I mentioned this a few times, I'm sure. But instead of like having them evolve, they're like calling headquarters for their friend or their brother or cousin or something. So instead of evolution, it's just they're making a phone call. I think that's a really weird change. Like, that's weird. I can kind of understand why they did it, but like, you're choosing that as the problem with a show that's about monsters. Like, there are monsters here. The devil is one of the characters too. Like, you want to change that thing? Feels weird. Also, Citramon's pretty funny too in Data Squad. Like, that's just off the wall random. Like, a giant bomb, that's threatening. It doesn't have a Raichu cousin. Oh yeah, that tracks. Yeah, I would say that Fusion's probably my least favourite dub as well. Like, Cross Wars was for a younger audience. That always felt very clear. It felt like it was trying to reboot the whole franchise. And that's not a problem. I like Cross Wars. But Fusion really made it seem like it was for young children. And I'm not sure if that's because I watched Fusion for the first time when I was in my early 20s. But, well, the Digimon movie has a great soundtrack. But yeah, my problem with Fusion is that it like, the dubs have always watered down moments that are a little bit too dark or a little bit too heavy for kids. But, I know I mentioned this a lot, but Cross Wars has Taiki, who will basically do anything to help someone, and he'll never, like, turn down, like, a request for help. He'll go out of his way, even if it makes him sick or hurt, or if he overdoes himself and just collapses. Like, he'll always, like, overexert himself to help a friend. And he gives a reason for this, being that when he was younger, there was a kid who was sick, and he was like, hey, are you sick? Are you okay? And the kid's just like, you know, shrugs him off. And Taiki just goes, okay, and then goes to, like, football practice or something. But in Fusion, when Mikey explains why he's like this, he says, oh, sorry, I didn't even finish talking. In the Japanese one, when he doesn't help the kid basically almost dies. He goes to hospital, he gets super sick, he almost dies, and it takes him a while to recover. But he gets better eventually, but he almost dies. The Japanese version, sorry, the English version, when this is why maybe multitasking not so good. In the English version, when Mikey explains this, it's the same sort of thing, except they add on to the end, he got better that afternoon. It was just a stomach bug, he was better that afternoon. Which feels like, okay, he was better that day, why Why are you using this as your reason for going out of your way to help literally everyone, even if it hurts you or makes you sick? But in the fact that this kid almost dies, he has some trauma there. He blames himself for almost killing a kid, even though, like, he didn't really need to help anyway. But he felt like he wanted to, and he had to, and yeah, he almost caused the death. And that's his whole reason for doing this and being like this way. There's also a similar added bit of dialogue in the dub for Digimon Savers, where there's a crashing helicopter that's that's been exploded by the Digimon, and there's just this added dialogue which is just like, keep calm and land safely, and it's just funny. Oh, where am I? Apparently not. This is just a karma. Yeah, Cross Wars is one of the first series where the Digimon partners gets like their own stories. Though Tamers did do it as well. Like Renamon and Itmon would just go off on adventures and have moments and stuff. So they kind of got episodes in Tamers, and a lot of Renamon's and Ruki's episodes were featured around like Renamon going off and going on her own adventures and stuff. So I guess it wasn't the first time, but Cross Wars definitely did it more, where the Digimon characters were their own characters and separate from the human partner, which is not done that often in the Digimon anime. It's done in like Tamers and Cross Wars, and Ghost Game's done it a bit. And yeah, there is a Cross Wars manga. I'm lazy. I think I also encountered a bug when I was playing through the previous chapters. I had Auto Battle on, and I had Kunamon and Lotmon in the party, and they just weren't evolving in Auto Battle. It was really weird. So I'll be interested to see if I have that again. Yeah, in full power. So I'll be interested to see if it does it again. But I don't know, that just doesn't seem right. Like, they have their full power surely isn't them as their child forms. It would be them as their perfect forms. And it was just them moving. Okay, now he's evolving, but it was really weird. Like, it was the same auto battle that I always use. Like, I didn't change it up or anything, and I made sure to check, and it just weren't evolving. No, it was like multiple, like, rounds. Like, they were just moving. And they would have been able to reach if they had evolved. Like, I don't know, it was just really weird. It was at least maybe like 2 or 3 rounds. By the way, I ordered Temtem. I would get a digital version of it, but the digital version is $100. The digital version is $100. What? The physical copy is $59, so I've pre-ordered that and I'm gonna pick that up tomorrow, hopefully, if they have it in. I'm picking up Splatoon 3 from EB Games at the shopping centre, and the EB Games didn't have it for delivery. It was for click and collect. It was delivery only for the pre-order. But I found that another store that was in the same shopping centre had it for pick up from the store. So I pre-ordered it there, and it was cheaper from there anyway. Would have had to price match at EB Games. Thoughts on the new Pokemon? Oh my gosh, okay, I'm not one to say those new Pokemon don't look like Pokemon, because everyone says that about every new Pokemon. I like any Pokemon's a Pokemon, but those two do not look like Pokemon. They look like the last evolution Kazuna Digimon, so Bond of Courage and Bond of Friendship, Jogrest with Mega Man. And they just don't look like... I know, yeah, everyone always says, oh, these Pokemon, they don't look like Pokemon, to Pokemon-looking friends, but these two don't look like Pokemon. And I can't put my finger on it. Oh, really? That's on Temtem. That's weird. And yeah, I don't... As for the legendaries, I don't think I like the look of the legendaries. I think they look... And I know everyone says this about every new Pokemon, rather. They look dumb. And I don't usually think that. I usually love all Pokemon, or I don't have an opinion on them. But maybe I'm just... I know I say this every single Pokemon generation, but maybe I'm too old for Pokemon. Like, maybe Pokemon is a franchise that I'm aging out of. But then again, loved Sword and Shield, loved Arceus, but like I'm willing to accept that I am not the target demographic. Digimon's different. Digimon is trying to aim at older fans, or at least new fans who are young who can also enjoy something that is for older fans as well. Like I mean, Digimon Survival wouldn't give to, like, an 8-year-old, probably. Oh yeah, I love the crab. I love the crab. The crab's fine. Just, what are the Mega Man things? But yeah, I haven't actually watched any of the new trailers. I already know I'm getting it. Like, I've been too busy to anyway. But super, super hype for the game, if it's anything like Sword and Shield and Arceus. Like, I don't know. I hope I'm not aging out of Pokemon, because that'd be really sad, because I do like the games. But then again, I thought I was aging out of Pokemon with Sun and Moon. I was not. It was just Sun and Moon that just weren't my cup of tea. I'm really glad they stopped making the games like Sun and Moon, though. I was really worried that was how they were going. I went for I pre-ordered Violet as soon as the pre-orders went up on EB Games, like, as soon as when they were announced, like, months ago. And I just chose Violet because I like Violet. Like, that's also, like, one of my first usernames on the internet was Violet. I was Violet Head on Gaia Online because I had just dyed my hair purple. When I got that. When I started on Gaia Online, so I was Violet Head. Because I couldn't come up with anything else. And then, when I was a little bit older, I was really into the X-Files. And Mulder's nickname is Spooky. So then I became Spooky Violet. So Violet is kind of like, I don't know, is kind of like a nostalgic name for me. I'm also realizing how absolutely pale I am. Just gonna change that tab so it stops reflecting everything. so I don't look like I'm dying. I'm glad Digimon's probably not dying in this arc. That's cool and fun. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Violet, like Pokemon Violet. Ryo reminds me so much like Torji from Neon Genesis Evangelion. Oh my gosh, I love Volgamon's eyes here. He's adorable. He's such a friend. And back to being pale when I get this page up. Yeah, I should actually watch the latest trailer. The only one that's returning that like I'm really excited about, because it's the only one I can remember, is Venonat. Because I feel like he hasn't been in anything for so long, and I like, where's my Venonat plush? Ah, come back to me. There we are. So this is my Venonat. I bought him when I was in Japan, 2019, and he was from the Pokemon Fit collection, and I love him. But I was there with Brady, and he was like, you can only get one Pokemon, and then there's me just like about to have like I felt myself almost feel like the inner child of me throwing a tantrum. I didn't, because I'm old, but like I was kind of like I kind of understand why kids have tantrums again, and I was like, okay. And I was like, I had to choose between this and Porygon, because I love Porygon. I have a Porygon tattoo, but also Pokemon Go made me realize that Venonat is such a, like, he is huge. He's like 30 centimeters. Like, he is a big round fluff ball. I wish that there was like a life-size one, because that's what I want. But yeah, so I got a little Venonat, and I love him, and he's so fluffy. I love him so much. But yeah, Brady wouldn't let me have the Porygon one as well, so I couldn't get one, so I chose Venonat. However, Brady is not into Pokemon too much, but he was watching me play Garwale, rest in peace, which is a great arcade game that gives you these little, like, you put money in and it gives you like physical little tokens, and you can play with them and they evolve, which gives you physical tokens of the evolution. And then Brady, he learned about the Pokemon Gengar. And anyway, I go to play Garwale. I think this was a different day that he said I could only have one of these, which will be relevant in a second. So yeah, I went to play Garwale, and then he was like, okay, we can leave now. And I was like, okay, why do you look suspicious? And he turns around, we're on the escalator, and I'm like, hey, what's in your bag? And he was like, nothing. And anyway, so this was in his bag, and it's my favorite thing, that he bought himself this Gengar. So yeah, If you haven't noticed, it is huge. It is a giant Gengar. He is so soft. So yeah, I also have Gengar, and the other reason why he wanted a Gengar was he loves those claw machines, and he sunk like a lot of money into trying to get a Gengar from the claw machine, and then he went to the when he went to the Pokemon Center, he saw that they had giant Gengars, and he bought himself one. And because he squishes, he shoved him in his backpack after he bought him, hoping that like he wouldn't notice. But it became like one of my favorite things, and he kept on being like, "Oh, I should get rid of it." I'm like, no, you're not allowed to. This is my favorite story now. He's actually also good at the claw machines. Oh yeah, I hate the trade evolutions. Sleep well, sleep well. But yeah, he also got me this is just I show you my Pokemon plush toys, apparently. But he also got me this from one of the Crane games. Because when he told me he was good at Crane games, I did not believe him. Because everyone says they're good at Crane games, and no one's actually good at Crane games. So he won me this little Eevee. And those are the Pokemon plush toys I got in Japan that time. Traveling him was good though, because it meant I didn't spend that much money. Because I definitely would have if he wasn't with me. Because I've got no self-control. So it's good that he was there, but yeah. I love this Venonat so much. It's one of my favourites. And I also have... This is the last one, I promise. This Totodile I got from either the Royal Melbourne or Royal Sydney show, like 20-something years ago. And I love him. And there we are. There you have it. Those are I mean, I have other Pokemon plush toys, but those are the important ones. I kind of love Kaito. He's kind of like an angry boy. Miscoloured bootlegs are always funny to me. Maybe they're just special shinies. Like the rare shinies that only appear in like some other like one particular game. Yeah, I didn't even really care about Venonat until I was forced to in Pokemon Go. Because it was like, Venonat is like 30 centimeters. And I was like, I thought Venonat would be small. But no, he's a big thing. I love him. Big, fluffy friend. This is pretty weird. Yeah. And post it in the Discord server, just because I'll see it, and you can tag me.
Digimon がいるのは準備はそれじゃあ外には敵がちら戦わないで済むならいや熱くなんないでよしかしこうな確かに主が目的にこの先がここもみゆちゃんないよ
Oh, that's cool. I think I had like the bootleg ones that were stickers. Okay, so in the Truthful path, not even the babies die? Like the child level Digimon? Oh, that's scary. I kind of love that. I think I also had bootleg Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but they were just like the one sort of almost one-to-one fakes. Like the colors a bit different, but they were pretty like they were clearly bootlegs because they cost like $2 for like a pre-packaged deck. Same with the Duel Masters ones, which I also had. I had a Devil Imp card. One day I will have a real Devil Imp Yu-Gi-Oh card. I don't even play Yu-Gi-Oh. It's not even a franchise that's necessarily on my radar, so to speak. But I love Devil Imp so much. I had a bootleg card of him when I was young, and I don't have any cards of him now. One day I will have a bootleg, a non-bootleg real version, and I'll just keep him on my desk, and he'll just be there to remind me that like everything is okay because Devil Imp's here. I don't even know if he's a good card. I don't even know if that's rare or not. I don't even know if it would cost me anything to even get one, but I love him so much. I don't know why I just got possessed when I did that. Like, I don't know why that voice just happened. That was... Yeah, I just got possessed, I guess, by, you know, Devil Imp, whatever. Whatevs. Ah, we're learning about the Holy Beast now. Oh, they were split in two. Okay, so I guess that's Hanglongmon. Is there like an evil Hanglongmon and a normal one? I'm guessing. Oh, Rio just wanted to talk. Yes, I do mean Feral Imp. Yes, you're right. Yeah, the green one. It is Feral Imp. Yeah, I don't know where I was getting Demon Imp from. But you're right. Yeah, it is Feral Imp. I don't care if it's bad. I love him, okay? He is so cute, and he's so gorgeously adorable, and he's my best friend. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of how the meta goes. Except for Magic the Gathering, which has a lot of old cards that are far too overpowered. And that's why Legacy exists. Oh, we're remembering the trapdoor exists. That's exciting. See ya. They better survive. Ah, because Ryo's here, who's just like, don't worry, I got this. I love how the two characters that would have died are saving the ones that also could have died. Because Miu and Saki were ones that died in the other paths. That's kind of funny. Oh, horrifying. But Ryo saved her. I like it. So Saki and Miu were destined to die, but their survival also hinges on the fact if Ryo and Shuji are alive. So that's kind of funny. And so honestly, that's Ryo is the reason everyone's alive. Because Shuji only didn't get eaten and vored upon because Ryo started beating the crap out of him. And then we have Shuji and Ryo just saving Miu and Saki, who both of them died in other paths. Like, Saki died in the Raffle path and Miu died in the Harmony path. So we have them being rescued by the characters who weren't there to save them originally. Ryo and Saki are, Ryo and Saki, they're best friends. I love them so much. So does that mean there's no battle in this chapter now? I'm sure there is still, because I got to get the evolution. Yeah, this is really different from the other parts, so that's exciting. Always thinking of things. I'm going to take down that one. There we are. So it's a little bit less bright off my face. Ugh. Ooh, new battlefield. Wake up, babes, new battlefield is dropped. That's pretty cool. I wonder if they'll evolve or not. Because I really want to see if I can get that whatever it was, like if it wasn't a bug, whatever it was happening again. They are evolving. I'm just gonna take this as an opportunity to go to the loo. I will be right back. And I return. But yeah, for the people who have finished the Truthful path, how long is chapter 10? Like, is it a long one or is it a short one? Like, will it take me like an hour or will it take me 3 hours? Just so I know whether or not I want to stream that tonight or in the next stream. Because if it's like, you know, not particularly long, I'll definitely stream it. Oh, lucky you for only doing the library once. I mean, the library I don't like because of it just feels repetitive. Okay, so is that like... Yeah, it's because I noticed like I won't be skipping anything, so I'm not sure if like... Like, originally I had written down to only do chapter 9 tonight. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm thinking I'll finish after I'll just do chapter 9 tonight then. Because I don't want to feel like wanting to make this go faster. Like, I want to actually enjoy it. And like, you know, as if it presses on and it's like getting, I don't know, close to 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock, I'll be like, I'm sleepy, I want it to end. But I don't want to feel like I need to rush it, if that makes sense. So I'll probably just do chapter 9 tonight. However, I am thinking of streaming Temtem tomorrow night, depending on how my night looks and if I actually do pick it up tomorrow. So keep your eyes peeled on Discord and Twitter or wherever, and I'll be streaming some other game that's not Digimon Survive. Also, in terms of what I'm going to be streaming after, well, once I'm completely done with Survive, because I do actually still want to stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I've been really oh, bye Ceresmon. Yeah, I forgot that the battles are actually going to require effort now. Wait, is it only Jilbeamon left? Oh dear. Oh, I was not paying. I should not have gone AFK. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah. That was my fault for doing auto. And not putting any healer, I guess. I guess that's a good thing that I'm only doing one chapter tonight. It means I'm not like forced to finish it in one go, like in the battles in one attempt. Yeah, to be honest, I did it auto because I wanted to go to the bathroom, but also because I wanted to see if like they wouldn't evolve or not. Alright, who will I want? Yeah, Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to... Can I use items here? No, not... Okay, I cannot use items so to give them experience. I think there's an experience item, isn't there? Like, not the equip one. I think there might be a boost one, but I'm not 100%. So I'm just gonna put out my strongest buddies. And also Labramon for the healing. Who else will I want? Yeah, I should probably use those on Kunemon and Lotmon, because I haven't used them yet. Justice Schmusters. Yeah, I'm just doing normal. Most likely, yeah, unless there are some really short chapters coming up. Like, I don't know how... I'm just gonna do that on a dark screen. How... Oh, I forgot to talk. Yeah, how long is chapter 13? Like, is that also normal chapter length, or is that like a short chapter? Can that reach both of them? Yes. Okay, so I might keep also chapter 13 to being its own, like, stream. Yeah, I'll just do one chapter per stream then. I really want to see the other mega. I'm gonna Plutomon. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It seems insane how much there is to this game, though. Like, I don't know, like, that seems like that's a lot of playtime. Yeah, I think I'm around 60 something as well. Like, even though the other paths out of like the normal 3, each of those is fairly like you can do like most of it fairly quickly just with using skip and auto battle, but the other paths just like this path just seems like so like, I guess immense is probably an exaggeration, but it just seems so like a lot bigger. Rio is well, Rio's definitely past Mega, I would say. Like, he should be around 70, like above 70, because he was 68 when I last checked, and that was before he got a bit of affinity. Shuji, might be. I'm not sure. No, I don't think so. Because I had to restart this battle because I put it on auto battle, and that did not work as well as it does in the previous ones. Oops. Nice. The soul of Piedmon lives on. Well, the Mega Revolutions are in chapter 10, like always. They're in like the chapter 10 or later. So I wasn't expecting to get anyone to Mega in chapter 9 anyway. And in the previous playthroughs, the Agumon Mega Revolution happened in like the last battle of chapter 9. Yeah. In the fight against Miyuki. For memory. The park is always chapter 9 though, right? Like, it's where, I think at least. Unless I'm completely misremembering. I don't know why Agumon's facing the wrong way, but he is. Can I even get... I can get through there, cool. Is this like an annoying fight? Is this like the library 2.0? I mean, at least the library, that was like... That was more the leading up to the fight than the actual fight itself, though there were also... there was also a lot of fighting. Oh, I forgot to talk again. Oh, I should probably try to get the boxes, eh? Oh well. forgot to talk. Why do I always forget to talk? And yeah, I know not to split them up because of all the times that I have split them up and it's worked terribly. I mean, the easiest way to go about the all must escape is to have all the party members die except for one, because then it's only the surviving members. And I worked that out in one of the other ones that was like this, because I just didn't feel like having them all fight, and I was just like, okay, most of them are dead anyway. I guess that makes sense. Woof. In random battles, like, do you mean battles that are in the plot or battles that are just on the side? Actually, I'm gonna do this. I'm probably not going to be doing random battles anyway. So if it's only in the free battles that I'll be encountering at level 80 to 99 Digimon, I'm probably not going to bother doing it. Like, if they're, like, boss battles that show up at that level, I probably would, but otherwise I'm not going to be doing the free battles. But then again, I might decide to do them anyway. Even if it's just to grind to get levels up, so I will take that on board. And also, I haven't done many free battles, actually. Like, I haven't even started to collect them all, basically. I love the way that they move, it's really cute. It helps that they just don't move. Oh, can it seriously not move? Thanks, Mugendramon! Thanks, Mugendramon, for existing! I'm glad I have to go through all of them because Mugendramon's the slowest. He's doing his- yeah, you're okay, you're right. I should be more understanding. He is doing his best. Okay, there you are, Mugendramon. You can hang out with your friends. Yay. Yeah, I would be definitely not doing chapter 10 tonight because it still not looks like it's the end of the chapter because they haven't done the evolution moment yet. Cool. Don't know why I couldn't have done that earlier. Is it Renamon? Oh! Holy beast friend. Cool. I love him. I think Bahumon might actually be my favorite Holy Beast. But I'm not 100%. Like, they're all pretty good. I like how Digimon was like, you will have to search all of the holy beasts, and Bahuman's just like, what up? I'm gonna keep them here in the battle just to grind, but I might put my friends at the front. I always want Labramon to heal me, and I just want these to just come along for the ride. Maybe they can help me with the boxes. And who else do I want? Siakamon. Oh, I should have probably got Falcomon for the walking boost, but never mind. My friends here will do the work for me. At least it's only him that I'm fighting. Which one is even my strongest? But I like Mugendramon. I have no idea why I default to calling him Mugendramon, by the way. Like, that is weird that I'm calling him Mugendramon. I always have called him... I mean, when I was a kid I called him Machinedramon, but... I don't know why I don't know why, but I just called him Mugendramon. No, I'm destroying the orbs. Oh, why would you not keep that as a silhouette? That is the dumbest, like, accidental spoiler I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, gah! Like, we are fighting this Digimon. Why have you put this in, why have you unsilhouetted this? I understand, why, but why? Yeah, I understand that I've seen it, but... What? I'm okay. I guess that's how we're gonna play it. That is the dumbest thing. What? Game, why are you like this? Oh, can't even one-hit it. Ooh, big scary orb. I'm sorry, that's just sending me. I mean, I kind of predicted that as soon as I knew the Holy Beasts were in this game, I was kind of like, I guess the characters evolve into them. And yeah, that was kind of another... That was another sort of a somewhat prediction I made. The cat's out of the bag? You mean the dog's out of the bag? Ah, I can't reach it. That's... I'm sorry, that is just hilarious to me. I'm gonna evolve first so I can check how well it hits. I guess Floramon will become, whatever the plant turtle is. Like, oh, that is just absolutely hilarious. I like Marine Angemon, so she's here just because I enjoy her existing. What even? Yeah, that's this. Okay, what's? I can't remember what Mew's talk does. It's kind of a shame that Lotmon's evolution is just the canon of not canon, linear evolution path, like the anime. Whoa, I forgot that you could only do that. You suck. I love that your hands turn into axes. Like, I think that's pretty cool, but the range is terrible. And what's your talk do again? Ah, that's right. It's good. And it's such a shame that these two only get short paths. I guess it makes sense because they're dead from the other. Can I reach from there? If I move slightly, I can. What does your talk do? Nice! Oh, maybe I'll use that later. Come at me, bro. Alright. Oh great, I've got 2 vaccine in this fight against the data. It's gonna go well. What does Mew's talk do? Oh, it's physical defense. So I guess Minoru's evolves into the fire chicken? I would guess. Oh, I should have used the talk. Why do I always forget that? Wow. I should have definitely used the... Never mind, I criticaled anyway. Why are we having, like, a we're losing moment? I just one-hit him. Well, like, plot one-hit him. It only went to 1 HP because it had to do plot. I feel like, we're losing! No, you're really not. Takuma, your anxiety is worse than mine. You're doing fine, sweetheart. No, we definitely can win. In fact, Mugenjamon one-hit this guy, so... Yeah, I guess that does make sense. Yeah, it is funny when I get, like, the mega level Digimon evolution, but I already am mega. It's also funny when it does the perfect ones, but I was mega in the fight. It's like, I'm reverting to Agumon so I can evolve to perfect just so I can evolve to mega again. There he is. The boy. The lad. The man. I love. And I will always take screenshot here. Even though I've seen this one before, I'm like, yes! Genjamon! What a friend. Ah, yo, that form, the one I've seen for the entire game. Time for best friend. And also, I guess, getting rid of that 1 health that the boss has. Or scare. Or scary. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Antilamon. Walks behind you, nothing personal, kid. Plutomon helped. Oh, he wants to fight. Also, didn't it give me the name in the battle? Like, it didn't give him a name tag? Why are we all pretending it's question mark, question mark, question mark? Who are you? Who's this guy? Is he one of the original Chosen or something? Who's this guy? He's a Byako ghost. Whatever that is. Who are you? So, like, when you're an original Chosen, I guess, you become a ghost and you get to, like, hang out in the digital world. That's kind of cool. You become a Force ghost. That's cool. Well, duh, we should hear him out. Shut up so I can do so. Ah, you had an evil Digidestined. That is definitely my cup of tea. Yeah, I guess that makes sense why they were attacking random parts. Does that mean I do have to go back to the library? Is the library going to be under attack? Oh, I guess that was just Renamon at least. Does Renamon even exist in this path? Don't answer me if she does or doesn't. I'm just... Because you kind of see her again in that... in the library, so... Really hope I... If we sacrifice Renamon and don't see the library, I feel like that's a good trade. Thanks, Shuji. Me now. I attack books now that I've got the horror of the library done. I guess that makes sense, because, yeah, there were no real attacks on the library. Like, it was just Renamon hanging out there. Alright! I guess that just happened. Cool. Cool and fun. I get a free evolution. That seemed kind of anticlimactic. And now we're back at Dreamland. I love how Minori's just having a good day. He's happy. Well, I mean, I think Digimon Survive's really saying, hey, Digimon just straight up don't have gender. Like, they said that in Tamers, and I think Survive's really showing you that, like, Digimon just don't have gender, especially in the English translation, Digimon just don't have gender. Or in the very least, they are gender fluid. So, what I'm gonna do here is, as Yahazugiri, I will learn to pronounce that one day, suggested. I think this is, yeah, I can skip this. I'm going to play up to where I can do free battles. So if I do have time, I can just recruit stuff. But bear in mind, Splatoon 3 and Temtem are released tomorrow, so I might be just playing those. But again, I kind of want to stream, what's its face? Temtem tomorrow night, assuming I have time and nothing comes up. That's what I've always... I want more non-binary representation in my monster collection. Yeah, Rio. Mio does involve this. Like, just let people chill. Let people have moments. Everyone's been through a lot. Like, this whole thing has been a lot. I love how the holy beasts are in this, though. I know it was kind of spoiled by the credits, but yeah. Yeah, Temtem's really expensive. Again, $100 for the digital copy, but $59 isn't too bad. And it looked like something I would actually enjoy. I love Pokemon style games. I love how it's online. I love online games. So I'm looking forward to it. Rio's good. Yeah, you're right. That was very plot convenient. How very Digimon of you. Felicia pointing it out that it was pretty convenient for us. I think this might be an affinity moment. Okay, so... this is a moment for affinity. I think I will need to give it to Shuji. Yeah, definitely, because he's not at 70 yet. Yeah, I have heard that. How much does Shuji get? Not enough to get him to 70, though. Also, I think I was spoiled for Rio's Mega Form today on YouTube, so thanks for that, YouTube. It was something I already kind of guessed, but still, I prefer to see things on my own. I've actually seen like the first like 20 episodes of One Piece, and I do want to see more. Deep Wood's unlocked, so I've got Rio, and I just have to beef up Shuji. Do I have much time? Yeah, I do have a bit of Shuji befriending in this chapter, apparently. So I guess I will get it in the next stream. So, yeah, that was it for Chapter 9 of the Truthful Path. Super excited that it is so different from the other parts. I was worried that it would just be Moral Path plus Rio and Shuji, in the same way that Harmony and Wrathful were very similar to each other, just with different characters swapped out. So, I know I have Rio's evolution moment here. Now, I was just about to say, I'll save that for the next stream. So that should be on Tuesday. Though since I'm only doing one chapter, I might decide to do it sooner. Definitely on Tuesday, if not sooner though. But again, I'm probably streaming Temtem tomorrow night. So yeah, I'm just going to make sure that's saved. And yeah, this is super exciting that it's so different to the other parts, because that's just more gameplay and I'm really enjoying this game. I was kind of worried like, oh, I'm almost done with this game. Like, I've been playing this game so much this past month and I'm still not done. That's incredible. But anyway, so thanks all for coming to the stream. Follow the Twitch if you haven't already. You can subscribe to Twitch if you feel like it. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, etc, etc. If you are wanting to stalk me on the internet, I have a Linktree linked on the @TranslationMon Twitter account. There's also the Discord server you can chat with me on, and you can check out Twitter and Discord for when I'm streaming. So yes, thanks for coming to another wonderful stream. Thanks for chatting, and I guess I'll probably see you tomorrow for the Temtem stream if y'all want, or Tuesday for the next Survive stream, or if I decide to do it earlier, I'll see you then. But in any case, I'll see you on the next one. Bye!